Good afternoon everyone, I hope you're well. Thank you for joining me in the studio today. It's not the best of weather, it's quite cold, isn't it? So if you are at home, stay cosy. If you are watching for the first time, my name is Toni and this is a fabulous Wakefield studio where you can get all the inspiration with your card making. So whether it be stamping, die cutting, colouring, watercolouring, painting, anything, we try to inspire you in some way to pick up that crafty stash and have a play. So how are you all? If you are watching on YouTube, don't forget to click that subscribe button, and that little HD button gives you that viewing half an hour before. It gives you that notification to show you what we will be doing, and you can get on standby and get a cup of tea or a cup of coffee and have a play with us. So what we're going to do in studio today is we're going to have a play, and we're going to do some white on white techniques, and we're going to mix it up a little bit. Now I am scared to death of white spaces, white on cards, but I'm going to go for it today, and hopefully you will have a go too. So no colour apart from maybe one little thing, but mainly white if we can. So let's say hi to the lovely ladies. So who's on today? Wow, lots of you talking. So hi Jan, hi Nola, Vanda, Michaela, Tracy, Julie, Rosie, May, Brian, Michaela, Elizabeth, Kathy Taylor. I hope you're all well. Is everybody okay? I hope we're all well. Have we been crafting today? What have we all been doing? You'll have to let me know what you've all been doing. So I have a giveaway, which is this lovely card that we made yesterday, this little sort of freehanding one that we did out of that book. So I will pick a winner at the end of the show, and this is going to our lovely winner. So stay tuned for that one. What we're going to do first off is do a little bit of die cutting, and then we'll have a play. So if you are crafting along, you just need some white card, and I'll show you which dies I'm going to use today. Very, very simple. So have you all got a cup of tea or a cup of coffee? Toni, question. What size are the top folding note cards you use? 5x7. I think they're actually bigger than 5x7. Let's have a look. So a top folding note card here. So 5x7 is like the USA size. So 6x8, they're an inch bigger. Obviously you can cut them down to that size, but these are 6x8. So then, let's do our first idea. So I've got a piece of white cardstock here. Oh, people have been playing with the embossing folders today, that's great. How have you got on? Sun shines out, but it's cold. Tea and cookies. Karen, you are going to turn into a cookie. You're always eating shortbread or cookies. I'm slightly jealous. There we go. So here I have the lovely Pretty Penny Butterfly, which is a large one. Unfortunately, I didn't check to see if there's any of these left, but I'm absolutely certain that you will have a butterfly die in your stash. Absolutely certain, there's thousands of them. So I'm going to be using this larger butterfly, which is a white one, and then I have some mini ones from a different set, which is also from Pretty Penny, and I'm going to be using some little ones as well. Okay, so if you haven't got a butterfly, you can get them on the website, but I'm certain you'll all have one. So I've got a white piece of cardstock here, and I'm just going to use the big butterfly, and this is going to be the focal point of my card, and I need the waist of my card as well. So I'm just going to make sure I place it really nicely for where I want my artwork to be. I'm just going to place it off there like that. So I'm going to run this through my die cutting machine. I'm using a cut and boss, but whatever machines you have at home will work equally as well. Not used yours yet. I love embossing folders. I've got some new ones, 30. Oh my gosh. Some of which are Christmas ones though, so you're safe. Got to love a good embossing folder, haven't we? Very easy. So when I take this away, you can see we have that lovely design in that piece of white cardstock there. Now, I really would like that to stay in place, so I'm going to try and get it all off my mat and not make a mess of it. So I'm just going to set this aside. I'm just going to bring in another piece of white cardstock here. So again, white on white, very scary, we know. So I'm just going to pick up the recess, like so. So I have my aperture, you can see the window there. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue this one down flat. onto this white piece of cardstock. So I've got a detailed one in here. So I'll just pop some glue all the way around. And we'll just stick this flat onto this white piece of cardstock here. Get it in the centre if you can, get it even. It looks better if it's straight, although my eyes these days are not the best. So there we have white. It doesn't even look straight on there, but it is. I promise you it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the butterfly off here very carefully. I'm going to try and get it, if it will allow, all the pieces. Not bothered about the pieces in it, because it's white underneath. There we go. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to paper piece this one straight back in here. So again, I'm just using my tip glue with the precision tip on there. It just makes life a little bit easier for me. Oh, I'm sorry about the big flower set. We've got none left in stock either. Don't worry, we will be doing more designs with big foliage, so you'll not miss out, don't worry. I'm just going to paper piece this back into the hole. As best I can. You can see that it's like gone flat. Let's push it down. Pop a bit of glue under there. I'll just give that a second to grab, hopefully. This end's wanting to pop up as well. So try and get it as flat as you possibly can. And then I'm just going to paper piece some of these pieces back in. So the bigger ones I'm going to paper piece back in. So it's going to be like completely full. So it always looks cool to paper piece them back in another colour. As you all know, it's a great technique to do that, but today we're going totally white. We've all got white cardstock in our stash, haven't we? I'm not going for all the pieces, but the bigger ones that won't frustrate me, I am placing back in place. So let's go with these ones. So who's excited about being able to meet a friend or something in the park? Because that's coming soon, isn't it? Hey, we'll be able to meet friends in the park with some fresh air. That'll be allowed soon. It's going to be like Christmas Eve, isn't it? The night before when we're all allowed out. Super crazy. Right, I'll just go with 4 more pieces. This one, in here, and I'll leave all the rest. But you've got the time at home to paper piece them all back in. Yep, I'm going to do a nice big coffee and cake in-store when we're allowed, so you can come and say hi and have the biggest pot of tea as well. Super cool. So there we have our lovely butterfly paper piece back in that white. There we go. So you can't really see much of it, which is the whole point. So then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the butterfly again and I'm just going to cut it again on some white cardstock. So just a plain piece of cardstock. We'll just run this one through. Linda says she really misses meeting up with her friends. It's been so long. Is anybody a little bit nervous about it? Bit nerving, isn't it, seeing your friends if you haven't seen them for a year? Because I've not seen anybody for a year, really. I don't think I have anyway. It's felt like 10 years, to be honest. It's been that long. So this butterfly that I have got here is going to be part of the card. So we can see this is going to sit on here. So I've got that lovely sort of embossed element underneath, and then this is going to 3D on top in the white. So let's just get rid of all of our pieces on my mat. Right, so I'm going to come back to this card because we have some wax seals things to do as well. So I'll just pop that to one side, just push it over there. And I'm going to move on to the next card. So I have another piece of white cardstock because we're doing two. This has got a little bit of colour. I just couldn't help myself. So I've got the smaller butterflies here. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to create myself a little bit of a cascade with the shapes. Just get them on there. It doesn't matter if it overhangs your card as well. We'll do this one straight or have this one angled. There we go. Let's go with that one. So I'm just going to use the recess on this piece of cardstock because I've already gone ahead of time and cut some out and popped the pieces out just to save myself a bit of time. Now, when I was cutting these butterflies, my gosh, I tried to cut them out of a really thick cardstock and I just couldn't pop the elements out. It was an absolute nightmare. Frustrated myself to death. So they went straight in the bin because I thought, oh, what's wrong with the dye? But then I just got a different piece of white cardstock from my stash that didn't feel as fluffy and it cut straight through. So just be mindful of the fact that sometimes it's what you're cutting into that don't work, because mine ended up in the bin. So here we go. Can we see we've got these lovely 3 butterflies in there cascading. Now if you can keep them together, it looks cool. If you can't, it isn't the end of the world. So I'm going to try. If any bits fall out, it doesn't matter. I've lost 2 little pieces there, which is fine. So just move that over. And then we'll just grab this piece of gold mirror board here. Can we see this here? So I'm going to go ahead and leave those in. Kind of be quite sneaky here and cut some corners. So I'm just going to pop some glue. On the back. Hopefully it'll hold it all in place. I'm going to stick this onto this piece of gold card. I'll just pop this one in too. Some other pieces have fallen out, which is brilliant. I'll pop it in there. Now if you like to gut your cards, you can obviously skip it onto the mirror board underneath, but I don't like gutting my cards. So give it a good push down, give it the chance to stick, and then those two little pieces, hopefully that fell out here, we have on our mat. Piece these ones back in. And then if you've got any wings that are wanting to pop up like so, we'll just pop a bit more glue underneath. So we're doing two cards at the same time here. If you're thinking, wow, what are you doing? You're popping from one to the other. It's because I'm going to be using a wax seal and I don't want to light that candle and then blow it out and then do it again, because I might set the fire alarm off. It went off this morning as well, so I might get told off seriously if the fire alarm ends up going off again this morning. So everybody's still out. So there we go. So let's just move our die cutting machine out of the way for now. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to get a sentiment on here. I'll just grab my Eureka, move it out of the way, and I'm going to stamp in a grey. I'm just going to pop this into my mat here. And then I have a sentiment that says, thinking of you. And because my artwork is, sorry, I'm going to do the thinking of you across the butterfly because it's back in the recess, so it will look pretty, like so. In fact, yeah, well, I'll not 3D this one. I'll pop that one in there. Make sure it's straight. Yes, Sarah, it does make your cards bumpy. They sink into the recess. It doesn't look very pretty after time. It looks pretty initially, but then after that it looks rather ugly. So let me just give that another one just to make it a little bit darker. It actually looks like maybe we've used a die that hasn't got a cut line because we've got all those pieces back in there. Let's just take this one out. And let's just bring the other one in that we paper pieced back in. So this is our large one. So I'm just going to place this one again. Nice and straight. We'll do this one in grey too. So question, when will the crushed ice be back in stock? Right, so I think probably most of you are aware we've had some issues with the crushed ice with people getting bits and pieces stuck in their hands and things like that. And albeit I have a love-hate relationship with it, unfortunately, because a few ladies on here have had injuries from it, until it's sorted with the owner of the product, I've taken it off the website. And that's not just because you know, it's quite dangerous. It's just simply because if something happens and I've sold you it, I'd feel quite to blame as well. So I've just taken it off the website until off my website anyway, until it's sorted out. But you can go and buy it from the other website, but unfortunately you can't get it from me, not until things are sorted. I hope that's okay. So there we have thinking of you, just completely flat there. So let's just take that off there. So make sure you've got nice clean hands as well, because it's a white on white card. Okay, so let's get these cards put together. So before we construct our cards and make them look gorgeous, I'm going to set them aside here. I'm just going to grab my messy mat. Now, you all know we love a good wax seal. So let's light our candle. Can you tell my son's been in my box? Look at the state of my box. Tom loves wax seals. So let's pop it here. So let's get this one lit. And what I'm going to do today is I'm going to make the seal like a decorative element on our cards. If you don't have the seals, the sticker seals, but if you don't have those, if you remember we brought out the collection which had the old time postage, we had some like stamp seals which you could distress yourselves and make them into sort of seals yourself. So I've just got three of these blue ones. I'm just going to let that candle get hot. Maybe try this one too. These are well loved candles, as you can see. That one's not even going to light, I don't think. Good old Tom. That one's lit anyway, so hopefully we've got enough to go out with that one. So on the gold one, we'll go gold. And on this one, we'll go like a vintage blue. So let's have a look. I'll just wait for that candle to get itself going. Janet, I've been working on my ward up until started chemo in February. Keeping away from friends and family. Well, I hope you're better now, Janet. Fingers crossed, sweetheart. The white confetti ink is due any day. As soon as it lands, I will let you all know. So I'm just going to pop these wax seals in here, and I'll just hold them over this candle. Now, if Tom only knew that I was doing wax seals right now, he would have a hissy fit, because it's his little baby, and he likes to do them, as you all know. But he's in school, so that's my excuse anyway. So I'm just getting this hot. I'll just hold it over here. So I know a lot of you bought these in the sale as well. We did like a little deal on them in the sale. That's going to take. So this wouldn't, I'm just looking at this now. I need to trim some off that back piece because it's quite, I haven't stuck it straight. Can you believe it? Again. So Lynn's asking, can I do a rose seal? Yeah, we're going to get lots more seals in because they are super popular. We're going to get lots more wax colours as well, and lots more of the little gift sets because they're really affordable as well. So, yeah, all the good stuff's coming soon. So this is just melting lovely. This is a lovely colour. It's one of the new colours, I think. However, I will say there is a bit of gold in there from the last seal that Tom made. So we've got a bit of a blue and a bit of gold mixed in together. You can see here, I'll just tilt it up a little bit so you can see, look, it's looking rather delicious. The wax seal that I'm going to use is the one with the butterfly. We are using a butterfly, so let's make it all match and make it pretty. Okay, we'll see you later. I think this one's good to go. I'm just going to tip this straight onto my card, have the confidence to go for it, and I'm just going to do a seal over here. And then I'm just going to take my wax seal, which is the butterfly, and I'm just going to slowly push it into that wax. I'm just going to leave that one there. And then for our next one on the card, I'm going to go gold. So I'll start melting this one while that one's working its magic on there. I've just done it on the edge of the sort of tail of the butterfly, should you like. And then on this one, I'm going to maybe do it up here. So it's just connected over the lovely butterfly area. Happy birthday seal. Yeah, we've had that one before, I think, but yeah, we can get some more. So don't forget, Claire's with you tomorrow at 1 o'clock with her show, and then I'm back with you on Friday, and then I think on the 7th I'm on Create and Craft with a sales show with some stock that they have of ours. So you might want to tune in for that one on the 7th, but we haven't got any new launches for a little while, so you can sit back and enjoy the goodies that you have. Which it's nice sometimes to appreciate the things that you have, because there's so much that you can do with them. I think the seals are a really like core item really in your stack. Well, they particularly are in our family. Everybody gets a seal, but they're just extra special, and they're really, really different. You know, really, really affordable as well. So I've melted this one down, just giving it a good old. I'm just going to pop this gold one over this wing. Got a bit of blue in it as well. It's okay. So I'll just take this one off here, and I'll pop this one into here. As you can see, look at that beautiful. Oh, I'll hold it up in a second, but we've got a beautiful butterfly on here, flying in the opposite direction too, so it looks really cool. I'll just blow that one out. I'll just give this a second to go hard. And I will hold these up and show you. I'll just pop these back in my box, or Tom's box. He'll know I've been in, you know. Tom loves to make wax seals, Georgia. We have a new lady in the studio today who's watching. I'm not being marked or anything. I don't think anyway. I don't think it's an exam. So let's just hold these up and just show you. So this is the lovely blue one. Silly me, just pop that face down. Push that back on. There we go. We see that one there, and then we have this lovely. You see those there? Really, really different. So let's go ahead and pop these onto our cards. Now I did say we'd do white on white, but I didn't say we wouldn't have anything 3D. We've got some 3D elements. So let's go ahead and make the big one first. I'm going to pop this one onto here, onto another piece of white. So we've just got that framed artwork going on. And now I'm really scared to, is that dry? Yeah, that's fine. So let's get this onto our artwork. And then onto our card. Now I'm going to pop some pads behind for the next onto the card. I'll just grab a few pads here. So you use more pads at home so your artwork doesn't sink. And then we're just grabbing our top folding card here. You can see we've got sort of that lovely design on there. And then the one that we freehand cut, which is in white. A bit on the top too. So you can see that. You can see from the side how better it is, because you can see the white on white. You can see how elegant it is. I love this card. So I have a little bit of the Stickles, the diamond one. So I'm just going to add a little bit of the Stickles to some of the areas on the butterfly. It's white on white, remember, so don't overload. But add in a touch of sparkle. does look really pretty. Just in some of the areas. So we'll just set that one aside to dry, and then let's create our second card, and then I'll hold them both up at the end. So our next card is a folding note card, and then we're going to go white on this one. I know a lot of people are a clean and simple card maker and do love, you know, white on white, but you shouldn't really be scared of white spaces. I say don't be scared of them, but I am a little bit myself, hence the reason why I've just added that bit of sparkle on there. But you know, it is personal preference, I guess, isn't it? It's just, you know, we always think that we have to fill that white space. So let's just add some pads behind this one. So what I'm doing is, because there's not much detail on the front, I'm just adding that extra detail with the dimension. So what's sort of like missing on the front is compensated with the dimension element of it. It's always good to play with your seals, just in case I forget how to use them, you know, because I'm often told you might forget how to use them, Mum. You know. And I'm just going to stick this one into that white recess there, straight as I possibly can. I've got that lovely detail there. And then we have the lovely pre-cut butterflies in white, which we've already gone ahead and done. And I'm just going to pop some glue down the body. Now it's screaming out for a few splats, it's screaming out for some sequins, but today I'm not going to do it. I'm going to be absolutely good. Now I'm not sure if I'm putting that one on because it's sentiment. I'm going to leave that one off because I'm going to hide my sentiment. Shall I put it on or shall I leave it off? What are we thinking? I love clean and simple cards. Must I admit, I don't. I know it's really difficult, isn't it? Shall we put this one on so you can still actually see the thinking of you through? But Tom showed me how to use them, Bridget, he really did. The only thing is just not quite enough, old enough to leave on his own with a candle. Although he's you know, quite older for his age, I'm still off, on. I like 3. It's going to mess with your head, isn't it? Because there isn't 3. Should I maybe do that? Should we do that? Let's pop it on. Let's pop it on. You can show me yours at home. I'm going to stick the left-hand side flat, and the right-hand side can be lifted so you can see the thinking of you. How's that? Then I've pleased everybody then, hey? So the body is coming up, down, and you can still see the thinking of you under there. Look, okay, there we go. If I'd have had more space, I probably wouldn't stamp the thinking of you over the butterfly, but I think it looks pretty. So let's just show you the 2 cards. Ooh, let me just make it stronger at the top. There we go. And then the large one with the larger one too. My mat just doesn't help, it's glass, so I'll step out of the way while we take a little photo. What do we think, guys? White on white. I'm tempted, I'm so tempted to add some sparkle around the edges. What do we think? No, I said white on white. No, I'm going to leave it. I said white on white. I'm going to leave it. It's killing me, but I mean, I'm going to leave it. So I hope you've enjoyed those. Give it a go. White on white. Or tone on tone. Greys, blacks. You know, stick to one colour and just chop out one of the things for maybe a coloured wax seal or a coloured little element. Tiny. Well done for resisting the splats. It's killed me. So something a little bit different today. So don't forget, Claire's with you at 1:30 tomorrow. I will post a picture of these over on our Facebook page. If you will be kind enough to pop a comment under this video after I've gone live, this gives us a wider reach with our How to Craft Network videos, so other people can see them and hopefully subscribe as well and come and see the inspiration. So let's get the name of the lady that is the winner. So the winner of this card is called Ingrid Burton. So the lady who commented, Ingrid Burton, you have won this lovely card if you message me over on the Facebook page or on our website, info@stampsbyme.co.uk. I'll get this lovely painted card out to you for tomorrow, hopefully, fingers crossed. So yep, I've just been reminded, card winner, it's Ingrid. So hopefully you are watching. If you're not, if anybody knows Ingrid, let us know and we'll get it out to that lovely lady. So whatever you're doing, stay safe, stay cozy, and I will catch you all on Friday at 3 o'clock and we'll do something a little bit different. Hopefully you'll all have your silhouette stamps by then. So we might go back and visit those and maybe look at some more inspiration, but we'll see how it goes. You know, things change every day here at Stamps by Me. So whatever you're doing, stay safe and I will see you all Friday. Take care everyone, bye.